Hello everyone, and thank you for clicking on the Literacy Volunteers of Harrison County YouTube channel. We're a non-profit United Way agency. If you like our videos, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel and share these with your friends and give us a thumbs up. Today's video is on complementary and alternative medicines. And the acronym that we give for complementary and alternative medicines is CAM, C-A-M, just like the first letters of all the words. And CAM is known to have a strong reputation and reliability with every culture to provide basic healthcare treatments for patients. So we're talking about healthcare here. CAM is often a better therapeutic option for treating various diseases and improving quality of life. And who doesn't want to improve their quality of life, correct? So today we're going to look specifically, and there are many of these, but specifically at acupressure, right? And that's one of the known CAMs, and it originated in ancient China. So this is a very old form of medicine. It's based on the principle that the activation of certain acupoints corrects an imbalance between qi. It's qi, but we say qi. And qi is the energy flow created along the pathway that connects the acupuncture points of the body. So we're going to look at how does this work, and then would this be beneficial for you, right? Because everybody wants to know what would be beneficial for them. So the pathways along which the qi flows are called meridians, and those also connect the internal organs of the body. Activation of specific points on those meridians facilitates a reduction of pain at local sites. Activation of acupoints is facilitated by use of fingers or simple handheld devices. So acupressure is a type of acupuncture that we were looking at. In this type, muscular tension is released by applying pressure with the hand at acupoints or pressure of the thumbs on specific points to balance the flow of the physiological energy. We've talked clear back in the very first video about physiological. That's the processes of your body, right? Psychological is your mind. Physiological is your body. It resembles reflexology a little bit. The pressure points are along those meridians, and each meridian is connected to various organs and tissues of the human body. Activation by pressure facilitates pain reduction at that site and reduces pain from other parts of the body. So it's not just locally, but it's in other parts of the body. It's manually operated, which means you do it with your hands, right? Needle-free. A lot of people hear of acupuncture and they see those little needles. This is acupressure, and we're not using needles. It's non-invasive, means it doesn't go inside your body. It's cost-effective, because you can do it anywhere, and it's non-pharmacological. You're not taking any drugs, right, to do this. So that's a healing, all of these are the healing intervention, all of those. So acupoints, our entire human body is a cluster of pressure points. Acupoint is the point closest to the surface of the skin. Mostly areas of high electrical conductance on the body surface. And you can go back and look at the video on neurons. Neurons work by electrical conductivity, and these are looking at points of high electrical conductance on your body surface. Each one possesses a different sensation depending on where in your body it is and where you're suffering from the pain. The two important acupoints are local points, LP, or distal points, DP. Distal means away from, right? Distance. When you talk about proximal and distal, those are directions in your body. Local points are therapeutic response, and that works on the autonomic nervous system. And the autonomic nervous system is the part of the peripheral nervous system, the nerves out to the edge, that regulates involuntary responses, your heartbeat, your respiration, your digestive system, things like that. That's the local points. A third type are what are called tender points, or TP. These are present on nociceptors, which are sensory receptors for painful stimuli in your body, or polymodal receptors. Poly means many, so these are activated by a wide variety of stimuli. It could be mechanical stimuli, chemical, thermal, any of those things. And they can be activated by using your elbows, your fingers, your feet, your knuckles, your palms, your thumb. Those are the different, we talked about was manual, so different things that can activate these pressure points. So then you want to know, we're pushing on these pressure points, how does this work? Why does this work? Why does the pain go away? So what we want to look at is the mechanism of action. So the qi permeates everything, and it's the vital energy of life. Stimulation of the acupoints can correct an imbalance in the qi and treat the disease. I found these, they're called the Zhang Fu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, the physiological functions of body systems, right? Those are combined terms for your internal organs. The 5 Zhang organs are your heart, your liver, your spleen, your lungs, and your kidneys. And the 6 Fu organs are your gallbladder, your stomach, small and large intestines, your bladder, and then this one, which is the triple energizer, and that's a Chinese word that I don't know how to say. So we have a theory, it's called the gate control theory, and it has to do with your spinal cord and where the nerves are in your body. But according to that, acupressure at specific points passes pleasurable impulses to your brain at a rate that's 4 times faster than pain. So you have a pain stimulus, and it's causing you pain. You push on this certain part, and that's the specific points are going to put that to your brain faster, 4 times faster than that pain is going to your brain, is the pleasure stimulus that goes to your brain. The pleasure stimuli, right? So it's continuous impulses. What they do when you're pushing on that, those impulses that are going to your brain, shut those neural gates. And when we shut those gates, it lowers the messages of pain, and they're blocked from reaching the brain. So they start to slow down, and then the pleasure stimuli are going so fast, they shut the gates, and you get more of that pleasure sensing than you do from that pain. It helps to improve or strengthen the pain perception threshold of the body. And that's a lot of things. It's called your perceived pain. They ask you that when you go to the doctor. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your level of pain, right? That's your perception of your pain. So if we're looking at the location of the stimulation, that pressure generation activates small myelin nerves. Myelin is the insulation on your nerves in the muscles, and it passes that stimulations to higher nerve centers. So higher than here, this is a small nerve center, it's going to pass that to your spinal cord, your midbrain, your hypothalamus, and your pituitary axis, which are parts of your brain that are going to deal with the pleasure to get rid of the pain. Now that is the mechanism by which it works when you're tactily. We look a lot about biochemicals. What does it do? What are the things in your body that function to help this? So it involves the stimulation of acupoints that lead to complex neurohormonal responses. And we've talked before about hormones. Those control about everything in your body. So they're brain hormone responses. It involves the counteraction among what are called hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenocortical axes. That just means your adrenal glands are on the top of your kidneys. Hypothalamus and pituitary are in your brain. So those are sort of connected. The adrenal glands are what produce endorphins, right? We have those endorphins. So that leads to the overproduction of cortisol. We don't want cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. So what it's going to do is it's going to suppress that and cause a relaxation response to suppress your cortisol. It also helps to modulate the physiological response by increasing those endorphins and serotonin transmissions to the brain and specific organs through nerves and meridians. Remember, that's where they travel, in the meridians. So we also look at, we're looking at after exercise. Exercise is big, especially in Chinese medicine. Restorative meridian acupressure helps to change the concentration of stress hormones and lactic acid. If you ever work out, maybe not that day, but the next day, your muscles are really sore, that's a buildup of lactic acid. Even when you're running, you know, buildup of lactic acid. Lactic acid is a byproduct of respiration, right? And it depends on whether we're aerobic or anaerobic. When we go more anaerobic, we get more lactic acid, and your body needs to get that out of your system to make your muscles not so sore. So that we can get that by stimulating, by acupressure, those certain points that help with our concentration of our stress hormones and to get rid of lactic acid. It can stimulate the release of what are called beta endorphins. Those also come from the hypothalamus into spinal fluid and your bloodstream. So we're putting those into your bloodstream, and that has an analgesic. Analgesic just means it gets rid of pain. and sedative. It puts you, kind of makes you sleepy effect, and that facilitates normal respiratory function. You're breathing regularly. You know, when you go under sedation, your breathing slows down, right? That's what we want to do. If you have a fight or flight response, you know, and then you get that labored breathing. Acupressure, mediates nitric oxide signals, NO, known to improve local microcirculation, and this helps in enhancing physical performance. And what it does and how it enhances your physical performance is it suppresses those fatigue-inducing molecules in your blood, right? When we get too much of that build up and you get fatigue, this suppresses those and you get more energy, or you get better physical performance when you're doing exercises or running or whatever it is that you do. In summary, we want to kind of look at what all of this is. The chi is our circulating life force. If it's blocked, right, if we block our chi, the affected body part starves from lack of oxygen and nutrients. So if it's not getting any oxygen and nutrients, what it does is send warning signals. And the warning signals in your body are pain, inflammation, muscle spasms, tingling sensations. That's your body telling you something's wrong. If you have pain, there's something wrong. That's not normal. And so what the acupressure does is it places pressure on those points in your body to release that chi. There are 365 points and 650 pressure points in your body. The pressure is held for several seconds to minutes, so it could be a long time, and it may be applied in circular movements, pushing the acupoint in and out, or a combination. So you might just want to push in, you might want to pull out, you might want to do a circular motion, different ways. It should not be painful, and you can have it every other day or every day. Let's see here, I got a couple more things. What does it treat? It can treat any of these things. Back pain, headaches, fatigue, anxiety, stress, tension, feelings of melancholy, that's sadness, immune system deficiencies. When the flow of blood is enhanced, toxins are flushed away and oxygen and healing nutrients are provided. So those help to get rid of all of those toxins in your body and help you to heal. People with high blood pressure and pregnant women should refrain from acupressure therapy. Those are not good for those people. And then I was kind of thinking about it, if it helps all of these things, feelings of melancholy, can it improve your mood? So I looked at that and said, yes, it can, 2 different ways. It helps you to release those chemicals, those endorphins, the serotonin, things like that. And then I looked up, there are 3 different things. If you want to try quickly at home, if you want to look up some on your own, the first one's called the third eye point. If you use your index and your middle finger, these 2 fingers, and you press directly on the crown of your head between your eyebrows here, you're going to open up your energy channels of the third eye, and that will help you to feel calm and improve your mood. So those are some things we could all use if we're having some anxiety or if we feel bad. There's another one called the brain's door, and that's in the midpoint of the back of your hairline, in the depression of the uppermost edge of the little valley at the bottom of the skull. If you feel your skull goes in like that, there's a little valley. You take 2 fingers and press gently on this area for 3 minutes, and that opens up the brain's door, and that helps you to calm your anxiety and balance your breathing. The other one I looked at is called the Heart 7. This is a pressure point on the wrist, so it's not the heart, but it manages to create a more balanced mood when activated. So wrist is where your hand and your arm meet. Everybody knows that. On the side towards your little finger right here, in the middle of your 2 bones, your radius and your ulna, we've talked about those. At the edge, you apply pressure. I would do it with my 4 fingers for 2 minutes, and then that'll give you instant increase in positivity, which everybody could use. Right? So if you want to look these up and try these or try some new, if you have some suggestions, put them in the comments below. We hope that you enjoyed our video, and please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you.